Forbidden archaeological sites. It is already known that there are sites and discoveries on our planet we must not know about or see. With all modern technology, we don't even know what our planet is hiding, but does anyone know? I think it is more than clear that the answer is yes, and that many sites and facts are hidden from the general public for a reason, and we all wonder why? The facts we are served by scientists have many gaps, especially if we know that whole sites on our planet are hidden from us, and these are all but small. We are offered facts saying that our civilization started around 7,000 years ago. They mention Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Sumerians, but what about the time before that, and evidence that is indisputable? Whether, if we knew the truth, the knowledge we are offered today and history we learn would collapse? Or these findings would question religion or the very origin and existence of man? If we look at the pyramids, for instance, our first thought is magnificent buildings of ancient Egyptians, which are a wonderful sight and tourist attraction. The buildings which are a mystery to architecture, perpetuated with ancient stories of Egyptian rulers, lives of people of the time. However, these familiar buildings are neither the greatest nor the oldest. Not even the most mysterious, and if we count the Mayan, Aztecs, Incas pyramids, we have still not counted all the sites or civilizations that built or have these mysterious buildings built. There are pyramids many of you have not heard of, which is logical, as they are not spoken of, for some reason. They are not studied, and if studied, the results are for some reason not shared with the public. Let's go, for example, to the completely forbidden zone of the city of Xi'an, a city in the central Chinese province of Shaanxi. This is an area that hosts hundreds of pyramids that are absolutely hidden from the world public. Rocky Mountain News is the American magazine that first mentioned the Chinese pyramids in 1947. The author of this interesting text, including a photo made by an American pilot in 1945 during World War II, was Maurice Sheehan. The pilot had a duty to supply food to the Chinese army, flying over the Himalayas, and the photo was taken some 100 kilometers from the city of Xi'an. At that time, the Chinese government still approved free flying over the territory, so the pilot managed to take the photos. Subsequent analyses of the photos determined that the pyramids reached a height of as much as 350 meters, which is double the height of the highest Egyptian pyramid. The 350 meters pyramid was named the White Pyramid and was presented as the highest pyramid on the earth. If we know that the Cheops pyramid is 150 meters high, which I myself witnessed, and it really seems magnificent and enormous, then we can only imagine how seriously giant the White Pyramid, with its 350 meters is. A half-century had passed before the Chinese government allowed a European for the first time to approach the territory. This was Hartwig Hausdorff, Austrian, who visited China on 2 occasions in 1994. During the first visit in April, he had an opportunity to see 6 pyramids located near Xi'an, while on return, during his second visit, he managed to count on his footages over 100 of these buildings. On his travel, he had many troubles to get a permit to visit the province of Shaanxi at all. The Chinese forbade him from doing any archaeological activities, and when they found he published the photos, they immediately forbade access to the area to any foreigner. The step the Chinese made was erecting a launching ramp in the area for their own space program, officially declaring the area military protected and making it completely untouchable for the rest of the world. What is known is that these pyramids are made of hard clay, and many of them are damaged due to age, but also due to the fact that people used to take clay to build their houses. The Chinese government forbade any approach to the area, especially to the pyramids. Their position is that these pyramids will be examined only by some future generations. In the meantime, what is strange is the Chinese government ordered forestation of the area by fast-growing conifers, which have already covered a significant part of the pyramids, turning them into forest hills. They literally want to hide and cover them. Why? What is there in them? Why are they so important? Unfortunately, no one has the answer to these questions. These pyramids were first mentioned by 2 Australian salesmen way back in 1912. Talking to a Buddhist priest, they got the information that the buildings were mentioned in 5,000-year-old documents as ancient buildings. So what their real age is can only be guessed. The appearance of these pyramids resembles those in Central America. They both had flattened tops, so there are rumors that all these buildings originate from one and the same civilization. Various artifacts found near these pyramids, as well as hieroglyphs found on their walls, could say pretty much about their origin and age. According to some existing information, graves with skeletons were found near the pyramids, not regular but strange humanoid skeletons with big skulls and small bodies. In some cases, only 1.20 meters tall. These graves also contained hundreds of stone discs with unknown hieroglyphs. In newer history, some of the inscriptions found on the discs in China were deciphered. They mention a crash of a flying object 12,000 years ago. Let's go back for a moment to Egypt, on the Giza plateau. A German robot for archaeological research found in 1993 at the end of a long tunnel deep inside the Cheops pyramid, a small limestone and marble door with two small copper handles. Rudolf Gantenbrink from Munch was the man who led this archaeological crew, the discovery of which was quite sensational. Satisfaction and joy of this German team was not long-lasting, as the Egyptian government, upon learning about the significant discovery, immediately took the German team their work permit and deported the archaeologists. Zahi Hawass, Director General of Archaeological Excavations in Giza, then told that the pyramids are the heritage of Egypt, not the West. This was the moment when the Egyptian authorities forbade all foreign crews from doing archaeological investigations on the pyramids and refused to communicate what they found behind the small hidden door. "There is nothing behind this door found by the Gantenbrink's robot," was the statement of the above director of archaeological excavations in Giza. However, during a visit to the USA to search material assistance for Egyptian archaeological investigations, this Egyptian head of archaeological excavations in Giza said in confidence that behind this door, there is the greatest archaeological discovery of the entire existence of Egypt, and objects found in the room will force the West to write an entirely new history. The question is why some countries and their authorities hide certain facts from the public? Would these findings lead to panic, or would new history really need to be written about who we are and where do we come from? Or is it maybe a marketing move creating false mysteries to maintain the popularity of certain site for tourism and material gain? The only thing left to us is to guess and hope that we will be so fortunate one day to find out the truth. Support us by clicking like and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for your support.